Welcome to a News Capital production where we tell you the story of people that own local restaurants. Today, we're going to hang out with the fine folks at the Compass and find our way to the reason that people say, hold on, to go for Derek, please. That's tasty.
Matt Hudson, and this is the Compass. Originally from Del City, went to school at Oklahoma State and bounced around Oklahoma all over the place, but ended up here in McAlester about 11 years ago, running a scrap metal yard, and I just had to go back to the restaurant business and ended up here.
So what set off starting to open up the Compass?
Chance. So my wife had a shop, and we were looking in the building for a retail spot, and we started out at this little red snack bar up front, and it was sitting empty and ready to go, and I had some stuff in storage that I was like, I could put a little shop in here, and I did, and we actually started as gourmet hot dogs and sandwiches, and it didn't do anything, but by chance I ended up having a chance to get a little pizza oven, and like within 2 weeks we quit doing hot dogs, and all we were doing was selling pizzas because that's all we had time for.
Right.
And then we did that for almost a year, and the upstairs opened up, so we took off with that.
Yeah, you really expanded.
It's the biggest little side project I ever had. So.
Right. Had you made pizza before? What was getting transition to that like?
Sure. So, in college, I went to OSU for hotel and restaurant administrations. While I was there, I worked at a couple different pizza places. One where we had a brick oven, and I enjoyed it, but I never was just a huge pizza guy. I'm developing to that now, but it really took me by surprise, and so we just ended up diving straight in with the wood-fired pizza oven after our little gas station conveyor belt oven. We'd had it, after about a month in, we'd have 7 or 8 pizzas waiting to go in, and it's just one at a time is all we could. And I was like, this isn't going to work, So we ended up diving into that, and I left my full-time job. And now I work more hours, make less money, but I love what I do. So it's great. And I get to share it with my kids because they like to come in and work. And so it's more hours, but it's more time with the family as well.
Right.
So
I'm glad you brought up the kids, because that's going to be my next question about it. It is very much a family business. So, talk a little bit more just about what it's like getting to be with them and do this journey together.
Well, it's my oldest, he has the ramen shop. Well, he came into our room when he was 8 years old, and he said, I want to go to Le Cordon Bleu in Paris for school, and I want to be a chef. And I said, son, you see how I live? Is this what you really want? And he said, yeah, that's it. So, and it hasn't really changed. He's kind of changed maybe what school he wants to go to, but he's passionate about food. And so he comes with me in the morning. I get up here by 6 to make dough most mornings, and he comes in and cooks breakfast and then starts working on stuff. And I can't keep him out of the kitchen, so that's good. And my daughter will come in and wait tables sometimes, and then my youngest son, he likes to take menus and help people out as well. So my wife has a shop down across the street here, so they're back and forth all day and in between, and so if I get a break here, I can run down and visit a little bit there too. So it's the whole downtown area is just a big family deal, I think, and it's awesome.
Well, yeah, y'all have firmly planted those roots down here.
Yeah, it's I tell people we basically live downtown now, and I would like to live downtown, but it's a different subject.
Right. So obviously, it has expanded beyond pizzas. You've got all these sandwiches. You've got your steaks. What went into adding those other items onto the menu?
A lot of our items are specials. I get not say bored, but I have an attention issue, and I want to try new things, and that's what, part of like not trying to be pegged as an Italian only or this or that has allowed us to do. If I feel like I want to try to do, I'm really in the mood for some fried rice. We did fried rice a few weeks ago, and I'm like, I want to make fried rice for the special. And so most specials are like what I really like or what I want to eat. And then if they hit off really good, we'll just say, well, let's save that one. Next time we do our menu, we'll just put it on there full time. And so it's a lot of it's just trial and error. I have some that don't really sell that I think will, and so we'll just that's not, we'll move to the next one and until something works.
So for someone that has not come into the restaurant yet, what would you say to them to be like, hey, come check out our food, promise you like it?
Well, yeah, that's a great one. I promise you like it. Well, we're family run, and so I believe if I can make it from scratch, I'm going to. All of our sauces, doughs, everything's made from scratch. Our cauliflower crust is the one thing that we bring in, and everyone loves it, and that's the one thing I bring in pre-made because I tried. My test was the kids. I tried to feed them a pizza, gluten-free, whatever, and they'd look at it or they'd take a bite and like, Dad, this is gluten-free, isn't it? Yeah, but I got them to eat this one, and it's great. But no, we take pride in making everything from scratch as much as we can, and trying new things. We're not going to be boring, and we're not going to buy stuff frozen and serve it up like real food.
Pretty much everything comes out of the kitchen. You're absolutely making, putting together.
Yes, sir.
Not something just coming out of a package.
No, I can't do it. Can't do it.
So does that mean that you have your own secret stuff that you add to the dough or to the sauce, or?
I'm an open book. I'll tell you my recipes. The thing is, most people don't have the time or energy to spend 4 hours in prep work to make one pizza. It's just, I don't know who's going to do that. But so yeah, I mean, if y'all want my recipes, I'll give them to you.
I'm a terrible cook. I'll just leave it to y'all.
Exactly. Like I'm. Yeah. Hey, anywhere you want to sit? I'll be right with you.
You did mention trying stuff out on the kids. How much of their time is being guinea pigs for new recipes?
Anymore, I'm more of a guinea pig for his recipes than he is for mine. It's so. I mean, they're in and out most of the time, and that we eat here a couple times a day, most days. But a lot of times off menu stuff that they just want something different, which anybody can only eat pizza so many times in a row. And it gets a little bit tired of it if you're every day, twice a day. So they change it up.
Yeah. Another one I just thought of. How many out of towners have you seen or talked with, and what maybe has been the furthest that someone has come and discovered the restaurant?
So we get a lot of traffic from the review sites.
Mm-hmm.
Our reviews are always pretty good, and a lot of people come in and be like, what are you doing in a small town? Like, if you're in Dallas or this, you'd be packed house every night. I was like, well, I don't like the traffic. I'm sorry. I can't do it. But yeah, we get a lot of the Yelp and other people come in and say, well, we found you on here. We had to try it out. So we're real thankful for those.
Must be doing something right.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, that's going to do it for us from here at the Compass on this episode of That's Tasty. Make sure that you tune in next week, find out where we're going to be going, and always keep your eye on McAlsterNews.com for the latest in all your local news. Until next week, I'm Derek Hatridge. And that's tasty.